Hello guys, I thought I would do a little story time telling you one of my favorite stories that I tell some of my patients when we I'm trying to remove a cyst and just distract them and make them think of different things. I got this fidget toy, I haven't opened this yet. As I'm trying to, there's 3 of them in here. Remove, I guess this has like ingrown hairs in them and you're supposed to pick them out and you can use them as key chains as well. Ooh. And it comes with a tweezer. Here, kind of a tweezer, so I bought some other tweezers. But let me open this first and see what goes on here. Oh my goodness, look at this. Here's number 1. Look at those little hairs in there. See that? Let's see how this works. Feels kind of like a 5 o'clock shadow there, actually. You hear that? Like a beard. All right, obviously I can't do this and tell my story. Well, let me talk. So the story really is about when I used to take a lot of cruises with my husband. We were newly married and we went on one of these cruises back in the day when you had to have a set dinner and you would sit. They would assign you like a table that you would stay for the whole week. And really, whoever you were sitting with, you would have to sit with the whole week. And it'd be a dressy day and a not so dressy day. But every dinner, it was set at the same dining hall. And you were having assigned seating, really. And so this is different than cruises these days, where you can kind of go to whatever restaurant you want. You don't even have to see anybody. Back then, it was sort of a more formal thing. And that was an issue for us a little bit. As my husband, it was an issue for him. So let me tell you what happened that first night when we got all dressed up. It was like formal night and we were right about ready to go to dinner. But first, I'm going to squeeze one of these. Let's see if this will work, if you guys can see it or not. I don't even know if I can see it. Let me get one of these at the end. Here we go. Okay. Just a little hair that came out. Do one more maybe? Do I have time for one more? I don't know if you guys can see that. Gonna have to get it. Oh, there's different lengths. So far, it's more like borderline satisfying, but I think if I turn it the other direction, you're going to, let's see if that works a little bit better. Okay, let's see if this will work. And whether you guys can see what goes on here. There's different lengths here, so that makes it a little bit unpredictable, kind of like blackheads when you pull. Sometimes there's a couple in each, like that. So yeah, moderately cool. I'll stick with blackheads though. Real life blackheads on real life people. So we set ourselves up to really sit with another couple. So a 4-person table the whole time we were on this trip, 7 days on this trip, on this cruise, on this boat, with the same group of people that you see every day, at lunch, at dinner, at different times in the salon or wherever you go, when you watch a show, whatever is going on. You're in the casino, you're going to see them. And right before we were about to go to dinner, as we're all dressed up, my husband, Jeff, turns to me and says, you know what? Let's just not tell them we're dermatologists. And I was like, what? How can we do that? That's like the first thing they're going to ask us. What do you do for a living? Now I'm going to have to think up a lie. And then how am I going to do that? Then for the rest of the week, what if I say, well, I'm a plumber. And then the guy says, well, I'm a plumber too. Like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to stay in this lie. They're going to figure me out probably day 2, maybe day 3. And then I'm going to be looking at them and they're going to be looking at me thinking, I'm a big liar. I'm a big fraud. How am I going to get out of this? I was like, what are we going to do? So I was thinking about it a little bit and I thought, well, then let's think of something else. Let's think of a way. Let's think of something that will kind of shut them down and have them not, question us, not bring it up anymore. So I thought, you know what? If they ask us this, how about if we just say we're like in the XXX business? We're like, we're in the P industry, that industry. And that's what we were going to go with. So, of course, this was my suggestion, and I was going to go with it. We were just going to go to dinner. I was going to say that we were in the XXX industry, and then I was just going to shut them up, and we were going to change the subject and just talk about other things. But then I was thinking, I kind of went a little farther and thought, what does that mean? Like, what if they're in the same industry? And then all of a sudden they're asking me about my friends, and then they're still going to figure out that I'm a liar and a fraud and probably a cheat or something like that. So I was very upset with him, first of all, my husband, because like, why are you telling me this at the last minute? And then you're asking me to switch my whole life around at the last minute like this and really stressing me out. So we came to an agreement, and this is what we do everywhere we go. So if you ever see us in a group and you go around in a circle and you ask, for example, when you go somewhere like on a tour and they're like, why don't you go around and announce what your name is and what you do for a living and like your favorite flavor of ice cream or, your favorite book or your favorite color, how people do that to sort of break the ice. Well, we decided, I agreed, I kind of fell on the sword, and I agreed that I would say that I'm a dermatologist because I couldn't lie about it. And he would say that he's the office manager. So we'd both be in dermatology, but he would be the one that wouldn't get the questions. I was going to take one for the team here. So that's what we did. So from now on, that's what we always do because he loves it, of course. But it's not going to work anymore because a lot more of you guys out there know who he is, that he's a dermatologist. And you guys can ask him the derm questions, the medical derm questions instead of me. But we have for many years, people will go on a circle, introduce themselves. I'll say I'm a dermatologist, and he'll say I'm the office manager. And then I get all the questions. And yes, it was true. When we were talking to those people, they thought he was office manager the whole time. And I learned all about their cousin who has psoriasis. And I looked at a mole on his elbow and a mole on her back and talked about skincare and how to treat wrinkles. And that's the part of my life. So there you go. Not in the XXX industry, dermatologist. My husband is lying. He's not an office manager.